Today I want to show you how to make a slow braised Greek style lamb ragu. That's right, lamb ragu done proper. Very easy to make, not complicated, just it's going to need a little bit of time. From start to finish, you're probably looking at around 2.5 hours. Well, 2 hours for sure, because what we're going to do is it's going to start on the stovetop and it's going to end in the oven. And it's got so many layers of flavor, it is going to be unbelievable. So, first things first, as always, preheat our oven 300 degrees Fahrenheit or about 150 degrees Celsius. For this, you're going to go low and slow, and it's going to be worth every single minute. Now, to get us going, we have our lamb. In my case, I am using a 3-pound boneless leg of lamb. Let me just start firing this puppy up here, because what we'll have to do is start browning it. Now, for this, safety first, and for Pete's sake, don't cut any corners. I'm using my white acrylic cutting board. It's non-porous, so I can cut my raw meat on it, lamb, whatever. So, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take one knife and slowly start cutting it into chunks. Do not let your raw meat come into any contact with your wooden cutting board or anything else you're going to do, or you're going to have cross-contamination. It's going to be a mess. Also, I'm using one knife to cut the lamb and then a separate knife to cut everything else. So, what you're going to do is you're just going to slowly take this and cut it up into portions. Because it's going to be slow braised, it's going to be cooking for so long, it is actually going to be unbelievably tender. All right, so now we're going to go very generous with our oil. I'm probably going to use about half a cup of oil in this, and just start dropping my lamb in here. Just grabbing a tong here, because I want to be able to kind of move this around and evenly space my lamb along the bottom of my pot. Here's the thing. When you're cooking something like this, where it's going to be going for a while, and you're going to be starting off with a fairly high heat and ending up with a low heat in the oven, you want something that's a little heavier cast to evenly disperse the heat within the cooking process. So that's kind of important. So that's done, out of the way. The next thing, time to season. Gonna go in with a little bit of salt. Actually, I'm gonna go a little heavier on the salt. Lamb can handle it. I'm gonna go in with a little pepper. You're gonna layer the flavors of this. So we're gonna add salt and pepper again as we go through this. So this is actually looking pretty good, just like that. And you're just gonna keep an eye on this, making sure it's all browned and caramelized the way it's supposed to be. And don't rush this. This dish is a marathon. It's not a race. This isn't one of these, 15-minute meals or whatever where you're running around like a fart in a bottle trying to get everything done. No. This is basically just home cooking, a weekend meal. You're having some close friends over, a bottle or 2 or 3 of really good wine, and you know what? Great convo. This is what it's all about. Now that our lamb is well on its way to browning, let's start moving and planning ahead. We're going to need 1 onion. I'm going to take my onion. I'm just going to basically, you don't have to really finely chop this, because it's going to be cooking so long in the braising process in the oven, which is going to be a couple of hours for sure. You don't have to go too crazy on this. Just nice and easy. Big chunks is fine. At the end, I promise you, you won't be able to really see the onion, because it's going to cook right down. I'm going to take 4 cloves of garlic, smash them, and then just start slowly chopping them up. Nothing complicated. And you can go as fine or as coarse as you like. It really doesn't matter, because in the end, again, this will disintegrate into the sauce. The next thing is a carrot. I like adding a carrot in because it adds a certain sweetness to this. And you don't need a lot. You just need 1 carrot, and just rock your knife through. If you don't have the skills to cut it all the way through, No worries. So just cut it into strips. Also, just so you know, I don't peel my carrots. And the reason I don't peel my carrots is there's a lot of flavor in the skin or the outer part of the carrot. And why lose that? If you wash it, you get the dirt off. You're pretty much good to go. Perfect. So now our carrot and our onion are ready to go. This is perfect. And even if you get chunks like this of carrot, no big deal. It's still going to be really, really good. My lamb is pretty much browned, ready to go. I'm just going to take now my lamb out and set it aside for a while because now we're going to have to work on the actual flavor profile of our sauce. It may sound loud in here, but that's the sound of magic happening. Perfect. Get this out of the way. And we're good to go. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me leave that there. So now, I'm going to take my cutting board and I'm going to throw my carrots and my onions into my pot. Very easy, nothing to this. Oh, just smell it in here. It is fantastic. All right. Give that a quick little stir there. Get that going. This is where the flavor actually starts happening, and this is where actually everything comes together. So again, a little bit of salt will go in there, a little bit of pepper, and don't freak out about the salt. This dish can handle it, and you can do as much or as little as you like. All my recipes are always salt and pepper to taste. So get that going here. Perfect. Just like that. The next thing, as our onions and our carrot is working, bay leaf. One little bay leaf, I just broke it up, will go in there. Nothing to this. The next thing to go in is our garlic. Perfect. 4 cloves of garlic going in, just like that. Nothing complicated. And again, add your garlic, or try and add your garlic a little later than your onion, because garlic has a lower burning point than onion, and there's nothing worse than having like the shitty taste of like burnt garlic in your food. Not good. Garlic, good. Burnt garlic, not so much. All right, so that's going along there perfectly now. We're building and adding to our story. Next thing to go in, 1 cinnamon stick. Boom, goes in. 1 little itty bitty little clove goes in. You're going to tell me, what's 1 little clove going to do for a whole pot like this? I promise you, after about a 2-hour cooking process, it will have that little background buzz that happening. And so that goes in there. Also, I like to add my dry spices and herbs at this stage. The heat will get the essential oils out of them, and it'll actually bring out more flavor. Next, the honey pot. A little bit Greek dried oregano. Not much, a couple of pinches of that. I bring this from Greece. I'm the guy like that smuggles everything and is probably, I don't know, on how many watch lists. It's insane. The next part of this, a little bit of the booze. I'm going to take about a cup or so of white wine. In my case, I like a little Pinot Grigio. Still pretty good. Still pretty good. Here's the thing. If I were on death row and they asked me what my my last meal would be, this would probably be it. And this can go with either pasta, rice, mashed potatoes, a cauliflower casserole, on its own with like a few loaves of like that fresh crusty bread. Nothing beats it. Now the flavors, as our story goes, keep getting more and more intense, deeper and deeper. What happens now? I'm going to go back to my lamb, and I'm just going to take my lamb and all the juice that's in my lamb, and I'm going to put it back in there. You don't want to waste a drop of this, not a single drop, because this lamb here is now will finish cooking in with the main sauce. One of the last things, you're going to take a can of tomatoes. In my case, I'm using diced. You can use crushed, you can use whole, whatever you have. 28 ounces will go in here, along with another can of water from the tomato can, and it helps wash out the whatever's left. Now, before we throw this in our oven, one last time, a little bit of salt, a little more cracked black pepper, really, really good. As well as an option, you may want to throw in some chili pepper, some sriracha sauce, spice it up a little bit. I'm not doing that for this recipe, but it is totally your choice, and you would put it in now. Along with maybe another little bit of olive oil just on the top here, just to give it that little kiss, that little glisten. Give this a quick little kind of toss, a little stir in there. Oh my God, if you guys could only just like smell it in here. My God, this is insane, insane. All right, what happens next? Nothing. I'm gonna take my lid, I'm gonna throw it on here. Once this comes up to a boil on our burner here, it's gonna go into our oven for 2 hours. After 2 hours, it is gonna be ready to go, my friends, ready to go. All right, now this is just out of the oven about 10 minutes ago, and this is my favorite part. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, this is absolutely fantastic. Ooh, I can't absolutely wait to try this. It's all, oh, look at this. It's just literally, the lamb is just falling apart. It is literally just pieces. You could actually turn this into like a pulled lamb kind of deal. The aromatics are like in full effect. The bay leaf, the oregano, the cinnamon, the clove. One little clove, and it did just so much. Unbelievable. Let me just take a little plate just to try for myself. This is just, oh, I'm just gonna take a little piece. Now, I see a pappardelle in my future. Listen, 60 million Italians can't be wrong. Look at this baby. Somebody hold me. This is so good. It's better. It's better with every bite. So that's it for this episode on my Greek style lamb ragu, slow braised lamb ragu. So simple. You got a bit of time? This will pay you back in aces. So until next time, my friends, I thank you so much for watching. I had a blast making this. I hope you guys try this because this is really something special. Subscribe if you haven't already. Smash that like button. Check me out online as well at kensgreektable.com. And until next time, I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.